Quiet, please. In exactly 15 seconds, we'll be on the air.
We need emotional content. I said emotional content, not anger. That's it. How did it feel to you? Let me think. Don't think. Feel.
We're on the air. Let's see how the broadcast gets from the studio to the phone. Of course, you don't hear the real sound over your home radio. What you hear is a translation of the sound. We want to make this wave stronger, so we amplify it. Here in the studio control room.
It is like a finger pointing away to the moon. Don't concentrate on the finger or you will miss all that heavenly glory. Do you understand? Never take your eyes off your opponent, even when you bow.
Yo, what's happening, my ninja? It's the Win Clan Ninjas podcast. You got your boy C-Win.
Got your boy J-Win, aka J-Max.
You know how we do. We in the building. Welcome to the new podcast. We talking about all the shit we like. We may be talking about the hip hop. We may be talking about the martial arts, the video games, whatever the fuck
the anime, the bitches, the hoes. You know how it goes.
All of that. All of it. And that's Baby Z Win in the building. Say, hey, Baby Z. Say, hey. Oh yeah, you wanna be quiet now? All right. Well, yeah. So Jay.
What's up?
What's up? What's up with Nike right now?
Oh man. So if y'all been under a rock, lately, what's basically been happening, the ambassador of black people, my man Colin Kaepernick, has been signed to Nike to endorse them for their 30th anniversary campaign. Just do it. And basically, why they endorsing him? Because they feel like his stance on football, his kneeling, by him getting down, kneeling for the flag, kneeling for all the blacks that's oppressed, kneeling for all this was worth his job. So his sacrifice was for the better cause.
All right. And the real news story here is how the white people reacted. They're pulling we've seen it with like the Beatles, we've seen it with like NWA. They're taking all their Nike apparel, shit that they actually already paid for, and they're burning it in the streets right now.
Oh man, speaking of burning the street, oh man, I was tripping last night. I had seen this one American guy, because I'm not gonna say it like that. This one American guy, he burnt the goddamn shoes with them on his feet.
Whoa.
This motherfucker in the hospital with blisters.
Oh, hot foot ass nigga. Obviously, it's all the smartest quote unquote Americans that are doing this right now. And the funniest shit I seen online when I'm going through my timeline is the response by black people. It is only the way that black people could do it.
Agreed.
Everybody unanimously decided, if you're gonna go and burn your Nike, you might as well donate it to a real nigga.
To a real nigga or a veteran that y'all claim to care so much about.
Yeah.
It just, I don't know, man. These Americans,
man. And then and it's funny because you go back to when the whole Kaepernick situation started jumping off or whatever. You had people who were paying, not just like the general public, but you also had like in the military, because for everybody that you said, oh, I fought for this flag and died, and you can't even stand for it. For every one of those, you also had somebody who realizes what it's really supposed to represent. It's supposed to represent your freedom to express yourself however the fuck you decided.
Exactly.
And then when the people who are being affected by the police brutality and all the different issues that we deal with in our community or whatever, those people are out here marching and screaming and protesting, nobody's listening or whatever. You have an individual who knows they have a platform that people are watching. The Super Bowl is the most watched program on television, period. You know, and he knows he has that platform. He risked everything in order to bring that to the forefront. You know what I'm saying? Because until it becomes a media fire, nobody pays attention. That's how it's always been. You know what I mean?
That's right.
So, shit.
So, to my Americans out there, is it really that serious that he kneeled for the flag? And respect. He didn't say anything bad about the country, disrespected the country. He kneeled. He just choose not to stand for what America said they stand for. And is it really that bad that he takes a kneel? He's not out there trying to kill people. He's not out there trying to make a radical movement with some type of groups like the Black Panther or the KKK. He's not trying to do none of that. He's just trying to put his point across, and y'all really mad about that.
Yeah, I mean, and then once again, hey, you're entitled to your opinion, but then just let it be known that it's not always what you say, but what you do. And then actions like these, they pretty much communicate to us how you really feel about what we're concerned about. It ain't always like you know, like it reminds me,
Yeah.
like, you know, like let's say like you're in a relationship, right?
Yep.
And to your girl, this little thing, like maybe you came home tired from work, left your shoes by the door or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
She turns this into a whole World War III type situation or whatever. To you, it doesn't seem big, and the worst thing you can say to her is not a big deal, because in her world, right then, it's her whole world. Like, it's that big to her. And so I'm not one to want to belittle the way a person feels about something, but at the same time, we all got to live in this motherfucker together or whatever. And then there's far greater issues out there, like actually doing something about. That's the funny thing. They're worried about him taking the knee more so than the issues that led to him taking the knee.
Agreed.
What the fuck?
Exactly. So is that really a big deal? And can I play devil's advocate for a second?
By all means, do.
So at the end of the day, we're talking Nike, right? Nike is a business,
Right.
okay? So basically, what Nike has told America is that we fucks with the black people,
Right.
and meaning that if you Americans don't support our shit, we still fucks with the black people, meaning that black people or African Americans take up $3.5 trillion of the economy. So Nike's finna cash in most of that. And most of the people that I see on social media that's just talking, they supporting Nike. They going out to buy the cheapest pair of Nike just because Colin Kaepernick is winning. And if that's not a business move, I don't know what is.
That's real. That's real. Cause I mean, and see, and that's the thing. Like when you go into business, you expect not everybody's gonna like what you're doing. Not everybody's gonna like your product.
Right.
In fact, they from my business background, I learned that about 80% of your business comes from about 20-25% of your customers. It's like you have those ones that keep on coming back, the loyal customers, and then the rest of your business is pretty much made up by people who might either be new to this product or they might just be casually trying it out, things like this. And you can compare that to like I always say about with rappers, like, all right, think about it. It's 7 billion people on this planet.
Yep.
Even if you go platinum, forget that. Even if you go diamond, then for those of you who don't know the jargon, your record or your single going diamond means that you got 10 million plus sales, right? So or nowadays it's more it's translated into streams, and there's some kind of scale they do with that. I digress. But even if you got 10 million people to buy your song, stream your song, whatever, that's still 6,990,000,000 people who either haven't heard of you, who don't like you, or just plain don't care. You know what I'm saying? But then did that stop that person from putting that music out there? Did that stop that person from grinding until it got to where it wanted? And then Nike's going to look at it similarly. Yes, they have a lot to risk or whatever by pissing off a small group of individuals who don't like the idea of this dude taking a knee. But Nike also knows that they have the opportunity to be a part of history right here. Yes, you can be argued that things like this may be kind of bandwagon, but then when you look at the risk that a reputable company is taking or whatever, that's a big move, because the only thing that's going to happen is there's a lot of other companies, whether they're shoe companies or not, that if they want to make money in the near future, they're going to have to follow suit. They're going to have to do something similar. They're going to have to jump on that same bandwagon and say, hey, I support this cause, or they're going to lose a large portion of their customer base.
And let's just not act like Nike wasn't built off the back of Michael Jordan, which is an African-American male. I mean, Nike and black people go together like Kool-Aid, watermelon, and that motherfucking fried chicken.
So I mean, like you don't like it.
Come on, the Newport pack is the Nike sign. So let's not act like America, this is something revolutionary. It's not. Nike been fucking with us. So it's like, what are y'all really saying?
Well, what are you really saying? I was like, in fact, I wouldn't be surprised if Nike doesn't even pay attention to Bird. They going in the immortal words of Eazy-E. They still bought them motherfuckers. If they burning them, they still had to buy them. Now, if they wanted to be some real niggas that run up in the store and just take Nikes and burn them, that's right. Now that's a revolution. But But you burning your shit. Now you sitting at home in your drawers because you mad about somebody else taking a knee at the damn Super Bowl. But get the fuck out of here with it.
Yeah, man. So I don't know. This whole conversation, I feel like it's needed. But I just feel like Americans are not understanding to our struggles. And then the second that would have happened to an American quarterback, then everybody would have been like, "Whoa, what's the let's do this, let's do everything to get him back in the NFL." So it is what it is, and that's just my stance on that Nike. Go Nike.
Go Nike. That's their swoosh. Speaking of swoosh, but how about your boy Eminem checking off every MC in history right now?
I mean, to me, that just shows his eliteness. Because I mean, like, honestly, as a true rapper, you should feel like nobody can fuck with you, and you feel like on this booth, as long as you're not being too directly disrespectful. I mean, everybody got bars that you can get, you don't feel offended by. But I feel like Eminem was giving these niggas cold-hearted bars with no filter. I mean, yeah, he didn't call their mama out and he gave them just straight bars. And I can see why half of them don't want to reply. Because the whole album was bars.
Whole album.
I mean, how many rappers can still rap in bar format nowadays? Honestly, how many people can actually rap in bar format? Most of the people are retired. Most of the people gave up. Most of the people feel like they don't want to hear that shit no more. But Eminem came out with a whole 90s album for y'all, and y'all received it well.
There you go. And see, now the irony of it now is that, because hip hop's always been the rebel culture. Like, it was, whenever the industry was going right, hip hop zagged left. You know what I'm saying? And so right now, with music being where it is now, I'm not going to say one thing or the other about the culture and what music is like nowadays. But what I can say is now the hip hop we grew up with is the minority now. So in essence, that's the rebel music. And then Eminem has always been great about having his finger on the pulse of what would piss people off. And what's gonna piss them off more than dissing these rappers that basically been doing hugs and kisses rap for the past few years, and then their fan bases basically been in love with them for that regard, and now they're getting emotional. Everybody's taking Molly and shit like this. Everybody's in their emotions. That's what Eminem's career was built on. He came during a time where the industry was dominated by this poppy type music, where everybody was all hugs and kisses. You had Backstreet Boys and Britney Spears topping the charts and things like this, and he came to tear them down. Now today's pop music is rap music. That's right, you know what I'm saying? Right. So who is he gonna come at? You know what I'm saying? And then just like it was before, you had a bunch of people who really couldn't fire back at him in an adequate way. You had those who tried, but were pretty much destroyed in the process.
Shooting blanks,
because at the end of the day, I don't care how you diss somebody. Like, don't put out a track. Like, the major response we got right now is the MGK joint. Like, he's the one who's fired back really about this. Now, when you talk about bar for bar, like actual skill, M just hit this man in general and still was murking. Whereas MGK came back with a whole song about Marshall, which obviously is gonna get a response. But case in point, it's nothing terribly clever integrated in this song. It's pretty much just him talking shit. And so my thing is, if that's all you're gonna do, why risk going against one of the most technically capable MCs, but trying to go bar for bar, where you could have easily just issued a statement saying all those same things that had the same impact. In fact, I probably would have respected him a little bit more for something like that or whatever, because that's just one real nigga stepping up and saying and expressing his feelings. But you putting out a track, going track for track against somebody, this is music or whatever. This is a sport. Like, I don't care what personal vendetta you got on a football field. The only thing that matters is who wins that game, who gets to the end zone. You know what I mean?
Exactly. But to the piggyback off of him, man, it's making rap fun again at the end of the day. I mean, Eminem's back at full power. I'm talking about golden freezer mode. You know what I mean? Like, just powered up. Like, really, like, what was his last album that got really revival?
Yeah.
That everybody said was corny and lame and all this and all that. Which I would say about Revival, I listen to it. I'm not the biggest Eminem fan, but I respect his art of work. And what I can say is he tried to grow up on that album, show y'all that he is this age and he's rapped this way now and he's grown up. Y'all niggas didn't like the shit. So when he came back boring, y'all wanna act like, oh man, oh he washed up, or oh he being too mean, or he's back in his bag. Of course he's gonna get back in his bag, man. Y'all just dissed his whole last album talking about how corny it was.
So my question becomes, when on earth did today's hip hop artists become Donald Trump? The big orange baby. Man, anybody that comes at him, you know what I mean? And it's always been funny, like the Eminem that you get at any period is usually reflective of what president's in office at the time. Like you had a certain Eminem when we had Bush in office. You had a more reflective, growing up type of Eminem while Obama was in office. And now, when the world needs it most or whatever, you got Trump era Eminem, where if you can't come together over anything else, you can come together over your dislike for one person. Eminem knows this. He went and he said what he had to say, and then he stood up on top of Avengers Towers and said, "Hey motherfuckers, you see where I'm at? Come get it," or whatever. If you're really trying to run down on this tower that got the world's finest in it, come get it.
That's right. And one thing I like to say, just to capitalize off the Nike thing, can we get more respect for Eminem and the black community by being the only white or American person that actually voices opinion from our side? Like, come on, like, true enough, he is an American or Caucasian or white, but whatever you want to call him. But he grew up with us. He grew up in the struggle. He grew up in the hood. He grew up, whatever you want to call where black people come from, he grew up with us. So he resonates with us better than anybody would, because some of his best people are black, and he understands how Donald Trump affects the black community, while you have some of these other American people that don't even care to put out an opinion based on black people. Eminem, hey bro, you go to me, bro.
Go. All right, so on that note, that's a good spot. We're gonna go ahead and get into this hotness of the day or whatever. Got this track right here. We're gonna play.
I would like to introduce.
It's a smash hit.
Baby.
What's happening out there, all you nasty little space ninja? This is your favorite dojo DJ, Groove Sensei, broadcasting live from my top secret pirate satellite radio on the moon, WIND. And I'm bringing to you a new joint by my man, C-Win, the ninja with the mostest from the Win clan, featuring Nazarito out of Sweden. Here's International off the Ninja mixtape.
Don't even worry about it. We're gonna keep that shit hip hop. Don't even worry about no hook. We just gonna run through it. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah.
These guys went everywhere. Done dash P.
Jag är lugn som lund, bara bygger förbund. Skaffa dollar och pund, håller öre, jag är sund. Mjölkar varenda jävel som en taxikund. Kom underfund innan du öppnar din mun. Mammas lilla påg, illdåd utan bråk. Du tycker jag är fräck för jag har ryggen full av råg. Kom ihåg, glömmer all grejer jag såg. Du blir tvingad att blunda, ge mig en applåd.
From Japan to Iran, the only time I ran is running my clan. Win fam, ninja overstand, it's a nation. Whole crowd clap at you, standing ovation. Now that's what the fuck I call crowd participation. And whatnot, I rock dread like Jamaican. So what the blood clot? Mind your manners when you see me with my ninja Nazarito. It's official, throw up my last initial, it's the dope.
يا عيني عليك لسانك طويل، حصلك خليك محترم زي العديل. عاملي حالك عادي، شافك بتميل. عاملي حالك باترون بس انت نديل. Chillin' with Chris، مصاري لا تخس. بصلخك شلوط إذا تحب تستفز. كل صبايهم وراي بتجنوا على الحس. Never have you heard a rap song like this, yeah.
Man, I'm Naruto meets Nas. Forward to these rap stars, you men are from Mars. You manufacture candy bars, but ain't shit sweet. Man, I slice you up in Sweden. I got Stockholm in Stockholm. Call me Obi-Wan Shinobi. Hold up, homie, these Padawan owe me. You know how they love leaving niggas out of history. But when you tell you motherfuckers better mention me. And Nazarito, two rap superheroes.
I murder on track like I'm a drunk motor man. Real water spray, learn, hold your hand. It's Nazarito, man. Cypher like a family scam, but I'm a one-man clan. 10 like a gram, reaching all damn lands and spread like I fam. I met Chris Wendell, gave the Sheik the plan. This the jam, get pop boy like I'm Wham. I'm not a zoophile, so I ain't fucking with no ham.
And we ain't fucking with no swine either. We divine leaders, the deaf and blind leaders. Man, I had 9 teachers. Only religion ever needed was a tape deck. Sword for the fakes, latex for the safe sex. Thanks for the neck and chin. You men got too much estrogen. Win clan is my next of kin. We play the game like ESPN. Life's a game of chess, not checkers. This is the end. International. This is for my ninja worldwide. Bandana tie clan throwing hand signs. International. See Wind and Nazarito. Hit you with a classic. It's the rap superhero. International. This is for my ninja worldwide. Bandana tie clan throwing hand signs. International. See Wind and Nazarito. Hit you with a classic. It's the rap superhero. That's right. My mans just hit y'all ass with Swedish, Arabic. Yo, we worldwide. It's a ninja nation. We international. See when Nazarito. The takeover is official.
Done.
Throw up my motherfucking initial. It's the W. What's up? R.I.P. Osiris.
Alright, we are back. Still rocking with C-Win, J-Win, Win Clan Ninjas podcast. Yo, it's time for fight. We still working on the name. Yeah, I think that's at least a little bit better than who could win between blank versus blank.
Yeah, fight, I like that. Kids understand. Fight.
Yeah. And so, with Fight, what we do is we select a character and then we pit him or her against, another comparable character to decide who will win in a fight.
Fight.
So today's fight is between none other than Inspector Gadget versus Cyborg from Teen Titans Go. Woo! Who you got, Jay?
Go my boy Inspector Gadget.
Yeah, go Gadget. All right. I'm gonna go Cyborg. All right, so let's lay down the foundation. All right, so here's a scenario. All right, so Teen Titans sitting their asses on the couch watching TV as usual.
Yeah.
Got caught slipping. That motherfucker control freak. He pops out, sucks Cyborg into the TV. Titans were watching none other than
Inspector Gadget.
Inspector Gadget. All right. So, turns out that Control Freak and Dr. Claw have partnered up to create a virus that causes Inspector Gadget and Cyborg to each see their respective villain, their adversary, when they look at the other. So Gadget sees Cyborg as Claw, Cyborg sees Gadget as Control Freak.
Right.
What you got? What you thinking?
I'm thinking, like, we gotta set the rules up. Like, what's the rules?
Alright, so
Morality in place.
right.
Bloodlust. I mean, how we looking at this battle?
Alright, so we want to think realistically, because I think too many of these battle conversations come down to just like ability and not necessarily take into account what that character would actually do. So first we have to take into account we got two good guys. All right. It's a little different situation for the two, because one is an officer of the law, and the other is technically a vigilante, because the Teen Titans, they don't work with any like law-abiding body or anything. They just go out there and hero shit.
Right.
So take that into account. Power-wise, Cyborg, alien technology.
My long shot.
You know what I'm saying? Gadget, they just threw some shit together because he got fucked up. I don't remember what the origin story is, but I know it's something like that, like on some Bionic Man type shit. And I don't know. So Cyborg, hyper intelligent. He's actually smart enough to, the way they consider him, before the Justice League. Gadget.
Is he a robot? Or is he a man robot?
Which one, Gadget or?
Inspector Gadget.
He doesn't have much man left, but he's still a cyborg technically. He's still a cyborg technically. He got some man. So what is left on him that's actually man? Probably his skin or something. I don't know. Shit, but it ain't much of him left, if anything. Whatever, and he's got the wackiness on his side. Cyborg sort of being with Teen Titans Go, but just on the fact that Cyborg has that focus and that intelligence. Normally, I know he's a little wacky on Go, but Gadget's all the way wacky, and he really ain't shit unless he's got penny and brain.
Right.
I don't know what you got.
I'm actually, he's a cyborg. Is not much man left. I'm just searching to see if I can find something cool about Inspector Gadget you might not know.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Part man, part machine, you know that. With thousands of high-tech gadgets installed in his body. Thousands. Gadget is very powerful and loyal to his career as a lawman.
Yeah.
but he is also very dumb-witted and clueless, and gullible, caring, lovable, and protective. Well, everything you said about Gadget was exactly right. Now that I see that, with all those gadgets, and they say you got a human IQ, whatever that means, whatever that.
That's a pretty big range because you got like.
That's right.
You got like Forrest Gump, and then you got Stephen Hawking. Like, which is he in the spectrum? I would say he's leaning more toward Forrest. You know, Forrest lived a very productive life, but he was dumb as rocks.
All right. So honestly, now that we had this conversation, I think about it later. Hey man, Cyborg gonna watch him, man. It don't even matter what version of Cyborg, cause like you can't compete, man. Cyborg just got you might got 1,000 different gadgets, but Cyborg alien technology. You couldn't even capture him. He couldn't even capture Cyborg at all.
See, because at the end of the day, he hangs with a dude that was trained by Batman. No matter what you do, it's always gonna come back to Batman some kind of way. So there you have it. All right, that concludes Fight, tentatively titled. All right, moving right along. Oh shit, it is time for James with the game.
Yeah, James with the games. Yeah, James with the games. But anyway, man, I'm so excited about this new upcoming title on the PS4, Spider-Man. You know, it's everybody's neighborhood hero, man. You might have grown up watching Spider-Man like I did in the 90s. You might have liked Spider-Man in like all the different movies he was in, all that shit. Whatever you like Spider-Man in, I did. But this game right here put all those Spider-Mans and make them into one amazing Spider-Man that do amazing Spider-Man things. I mean, you can swing around the city as Spider-Man, web flipping, doing all kind of crazy stuff. I mean, all kind of web moves, all kind of gadgets you can use, all kind of villains on there. Venom is not on there. Spoiler alert, you might not want to buy the game now, but hey, Venom ain't on there. So if you were getting that game hoping Venom was on there, hey, you know what, I'm going to drop that spoiler because that's what I'm going to do because I'm going to hate it like that. But check out that Spider-Man. It should be dropping Friday, I think. So check that thing on out, man. You know, your 2K heads, I already know. I ain't even got to say it because you already got it. All right, y'all. Jay with the games.
All right. Speaking of Spider-Man, so you got the, we talked about Eminem earlier. He actually did the theme song for Venom.
Oh, he did? I forgot about that.
Yeah, we got the Venom theme song. I bet a lot of people don't even realize how full circle that is because a lot of you may not realize, but Eminem can draw. He's pretty good. He was a big fan of drawing Spider-Man and one of my personal influences, Todd McFarlane, and so we got another one of Todd's creations, Venom, coming to the screen. We were chatting a little bit earlier. I wasn't too excited about it when I saw the first trailers for it, but like now it's like a whole nother ball game.
Exactly.
Yeah. So they, I don't know what happened, whether somebody leaked the original trailer too early, which I doubt because they actually showed it in theaters at the time or whatever, and maybe this was just Sony trying to capitalize off of it. So basically, you had this trailer that evolved, where they showed the exact same trailer with a little bit more added to it each time. Finally getting to a point where we get to see Tom Hardy in full Venom suit, get to see him assaulting villains, like threatening to eat somebody's face and shit. So we got a real dark Venom, just like in his solo comics where he was a vigilante and he only murdered criminals.
Time out, who's the bad guy in this movie?
That's a good question. It looks like he fights. Who's the bad guy in the Venom comic? Like now that I think about it, I didn't really follow the solo adventures of Venom like that. Like, who are you gonna fight? Like,
who are you gonna fight?
I think he fought like crime bosses and shit like this. Cause I mean, I don't know. Another symbiote maybe. I don't know. Maybe Carnage is gonna come along. I don't know what he's gonna do, but shit, that's pretty. Or is it like on some like reverse shit where he's like fighting Spider-Man and other people and just like it's like from the other perspective. It's like this my side of the story.
Yeah, I hope.
You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. Hey, that'd be funny to see Spider-Man show up as a villain on this. You know what I'm saying? But hey, who knows? But I'm a lot more excited about it now than I was initially because I was just like, what the fuck is this? Like, is this like a
Woody Harrelson in the movie?
Woody Harrelson? Is he a bad guy?
You know, I'm just leaning at the gas. You know, 'cause I'm trying to figure out who's this, villain in this movie. But I'm bound and ran across him.
And made heads and tails of this shit. So I guess we'll find out. As you also know, they have Sony that's choosing to, go with these more obscure tales from the Spider-Man universe. So they have titles on the way, including Black Cat and Kraven the Hunter. Kraven one of my favorites on the cartoon. Oh, that's the one I forgot. They got one from Morbius coming out.
Who?
The vampire.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Now that shit could be lit, and then that'd be a great way to introduce Blade into the back into the
already
universe.
just showed his badasses.
Blade
was the original badass.
He was original. He set the stage for all the Marvel to come. But Blade got kind of shafted to a degree because he was more of an experiment. They wanted to see if comic book movies could work. Because they hadn't had a lot of success with it before that. And I don't think a lot of people it even occurred to them that Blade was Marvel like at the time. Like after Marvel started jumping, like I didn't realize Blade had anything to do with it until the Spider-Man cartoon. Because as many of you know, Blade characters like Blade, Punisher, a lot of those made their first appearance in Spider-Man. Spider-Man and Fantastic Four were those franchises that pretty much debuted most of your favorite characters. Black Panther appeared first in Fantastic Four. You know what I'm saying? So it'd be nice to see what they do with them as well. Like they've been fucking up Fantastic Four for too long. Or whatever. They did some cute iterations, but I need something that actually works them into the overall Marvel universe situation. And don't even get me started on X-Men. They got a lot of backtracking and reintegration to do because like Panther was supposed to have been married Storm and gotten divorced and everything else, and it's just so much stuff in this.
Yeah, so I really we touched on it earlier in our amazing conversation how you touched on they can just go ahead and round up the rest of these Marvel movies and just blow everything up and start over again. Yeah, kind of like how they did Batman. They rebooted Batman way quicker than you would think they did. Mm-hmm. They rebooted Spider-Man They rebooted Spider-Man 3 times, haven't they?
Mm-hmm. And seeing too many people, they were married to the Tobey Maguire Spider-Man. That was the only Spider-Man they had ever known, And as much as I love Sam Raimi, because he did the old Evil Dead and Army of Darkness movies, he has that funny style and that humor was definitely in there. Then you get into the Andrew Garfield era. A lot of people were kind of mad with those films, but I understood them for what they were. He had a different kind of humor or whatever. People just weren't ready to give up Tobey Maguire. It brought Spider-Man into reality a little bit more, whatever. Like I could see that kind of Spider-Man actually happening. But then you get back to MCU Spider-Man, and I like what the direction that they went there because you got to see more of that mentorship from Tony Stark or whatever, and an opportunity to be able to see like an Iron Spider outfit and things of this nature. Like I'm glad they managed to incorporate some of those elements, and it's about to be an interesting run from Marvel as they try to pick up the pieces of all that shit that they skipped and changed. But that's I think we'll wrap the comics report right there. because we are right on schedule for Ninja Bars.
Ninja bars, not monkey bars. Ninja bars.
Ninja Bars. If you climb on these motherfuckers, you gonna get cut.
That's right. That's
Ninja
right.
Bars.
Sharp. Gotta sharpen your blade.
Yeah. Just picture like this. It's like monkey bars, except it's got like swords sprawled across it and shit. And then and you walk across them shits with your hands. And if you ain't a dope MC, it's like slice your shit off.
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
All right. So yeah. So let me go ahead and find some of these original C-Win beats, and we just gonna go in. All right. So we about to get into this joint. Reaching through my bag of tricks. Oh, this one's titled Indiana Beat. Let's see what that's sounding like.
Okay. Yo.
Weird Clan in the building.
Yo, James Max, yo. Representing yo hard way, but we all MCs do it till the day we die. Yo, but we let it like marinade, kinda like we about to cook when we wanna serenade. Blow up your whole faction with a grenade. Don't care if we bury everybody in the cave. It don't matter if we taking over the battlefield. Just know that the ninjas riding with me, they will kill. But this just off topic, just showing that we murky. Niggas riding together, you know it's just a circuit. The way we come back together like the dragon, eating the tail, we reborn like a phoenix. Split to split is split, just fucking bit. Understand the way we fucking doing it, damaging to any MC that oppose me. Show 'em that these niggas is very scary.
Back and forth like a pendulum. We offended them with everything we do. We eat them just like a bag of Eminems. But never the rapper. We come strapped up with the motherfucking swords. Oh Lord, you better put your hands together and pray, because you about to see your maker today. I just might make me a way to come through and put a blade to your face. Don't you ever mess with us. We just like Stacy Gwen. Snap your neck and then we come back again. It's the win. W-I to the N. You can't spell win without win. You's a loser. We might just abuse you. Leave your ass with bruises. Then I knuckle up like my name was Sonic, and you can't stop it. This is hip hop and you sloppy. I might just mop the floor with a rapper. Don't never mess with this. You is a whore of a rapper. Selling off your ass trying to get platinum. You can't mess with this cash, man. Bitch, I stack 'em. Every single phase of presidents. I am just a resident in this fucking rap game. You better wipe your feet before coming in my house, man, or you might get slapped. You might get clapped, just like applause. And fuck that shit, I don't need a cause. All I need is cars, cause I just spit bars hard.
We handle the rock like AI, I'm Iverson. I never knew the answer to the question, I'm Aquarius. But that's just some shit I made when I freestyle. Understand we overwhelm them with enormous strength. Yo, we got our niggas on the underlings, looking at us like when we gonna let them in. Kinda like Cell Juniors and a perfect cell. Can you assassinate the man? Come and tell.
Yo, Indiana Beat. Oh, Win Clan. C-Win. J-Win. We appreciate you fucking with us. This has been Win Clan Ninjas Podcast. Too nasty. We'll see you motherfuckers next week. Make sure you ask questions in the comments. Phone in your opinions, yo. Peace.